Hi everyone. So here is another video on the important topic of quants, and this time we are going to discuss complete permutation, combination and probability, which is actually one of the most interesting topic from quantitative aptitude. So in this particular video we are going to look at all the different varieties of question that we should be focusing on, particularly for CAT and ZAT kind of exams, and we'll also practice varieties of question. So I have included about 10 to 12 different variety questions which are moderate to tricky level. Before we proceed, I just want to tell you that I'm really touched by your comments and the likes that you have given for the previous videos on the quant important topic. So in case if you are new to this video and if you haven't checked that quant important topic series, then do check the description. I have provided the complete playlist. Okay, so let's begin and let's quickly look at what are the important varieties of question that we should be clear with, or the concepts. So the first variety of questions are simply based on counting principle. As you know that as part of counting principle, there are two rules, rule of multiplication and rule of addition. When we do two things together, so we multiply the number of ways, and when we do either of the things, then we add the number of ways, right? So now as part of this variety, I mean the question may be based on the numbers. That means you may have to create some numbers using the digits where you are actually not using permutation concept. Then it may be based on letters, that you need to arrange the letters based on given conditions, and they can be just solved by counting principle. Or it may be about just counting the number of objects, number of ways of dealing with the objects, right? So this is first variety. Then the second variety is definitely arrangement. We call it permutation. So in that you can have linear arrangement or circular arrangement. As you know, in linear arrangement, the simple formula is NPR. I'm sure all of you would be clear with this formula. And in the circular arrangement, number of ways to arrange n people is n minus 1 factorial. And there is one more case of circular arrangement where the clockwise and counterclockwise arrangement are same. In simple words, whenever you come across questions related to pearl set or stone set or garland, where you can actually flip them, so the number of ways of arranging them will become n minus 1 factorial by 2. The only thing you need to remember over here is all this formula would work when all the objects are different. For example, if there are 6 different pearls and if I want to create a pearl set, I can use this formula. But if 2 or 3 of the pearls are of same color, then I can't use this formula. So just be careful about that. Now moving forward, the third variety is definitely combination question. You must be aware of NCR formula. In fact, just remember that NCR is equal to NC n minus R, right? So you need to be clear with this kind of formula. The fourth variety is the grade based questions, and this have been very frequent in CAT exam. I mean, I'll not say very frequent, but yes, it has been asked for about 4 to 5 times in last 10 years. So it's one of the important variety, right? So in grade question, you may be given a grade of m by n. So that means there are m rows and n columns. Okay, right? So you have number of rows and number of column we are indicating by m and n. Then you will be asked to find out number of shortest path to go from A to B, different number of shortest path, right? It will always be based on shortest path. So here we can directly use the formula m plus NCM. So this is the formula to calculate number of ways in a grade question. Then the next variety is distribution. Now distribution can be of different variety. For example, it can be non-identical objects to non-identical group distribution. Okay, for example, I have 5 different chocolates and I want to give it to 3 different children. Okay, of course children are different, so the number of ways to do that is straight away 3 raised to 5, because each chocolate can be given to 3 children. So there are 3 ways to give each chocolate, so 3 raised to 5. So this is a very simple variety. The most important variety in distribution is, the most important concept in distribution is partitioning. So let me give you one example of partitioning. So suppose you are asked this thing, that in how many ways can I distribute 5 chocolates among 3 children? These 5 chocolates are identical. So this is called identical objects to non-identical group distribution, and that is where we use partitioning. Okay, so the formula for partitioning is, if I have n objects and if I want to distribute in R groups, then the formula will be n plus R minus 1 C R minus 1 base. For example, in this given situation, it will be 5 plus 3 minus 1 C 3 minus 1. So it will be 7 C 2 ways. So I really hope you have understood this. Okay, moving forward with the next variety, it is dearrangement. Very rarely the questions have been asked based on dearrangement. Now what is a dearrangement? So I'm sure you must have seen this kind of situation. In how many ways can we put 4 letters in 4 addressed envelopes? such that none of the letter goes to the correct envelope. Okay, so here the situation is called dearrangement, and if we have n objects to be placed wrongly in n positions, then the number of dearrangements can be indicated by dn, and the formula for this is n factorial in the bracket 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial. So definitely 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial will get cancelled off, so you really don't need to write it. So it will be 1 by 2 factorial minus 1 by 3 factorial plus 1 by 4 factorial and so on and so forth up to 1 by n factorial. Right, just take care of the sign. The first term is plus, then minus, plus, minus, and we are starting with 2. Okay, so this is the formula for dearrangement. Because it hasn't been asked for a long, so there is always a high probability that it may be asked this time. So it's always a good idea to be prepared with even this concept. So guys, these are some of the varieties that we have to understand as far as permutation combination goes. Now talking about probability, so if you are good at permutation combination, definitely you can easily tackle probability question. So let's look at different varieties of question and understand how to tackle them. And of course, I'll show you some shortcuts. Before we proceed, guys, just want to tell you, in case if you are planning to go for next year's CAT or year after CAT or IPMAT kind of exams, and if you're enjoying my videos and if you would like to learn more from me, you can definitely go for plus or iconic subscription of Unacademy. Don't forget to use the code SHAH10. Okay, so that you can prepare under my guidance, and please recommend it to your friends in case if you have just completed your preparations, and do suggest the same to your friends also. Fine. So guys, let's straight away take up the first question from CAT 2021 slot 3. Okay, and this is simply based on permutation. Now this question is very simple, but then we need to understand, can we solve it in less than 1 minute's time? Because if I try to do it in a conventional manner, it will take at least 2.5 minutes time, and I may end up making some calculation mistake also. So let's understand what's the question. A 4-digit number is formed by using only digits 1, 2 and 3, and this is the beauty of CAT exam. Whenever they have asked permutation combination question, they really don't give you so many objects. They'll give you some limited set of numbers, but then they'll create the situation in such a way that almost 70-80% students end up making mistake in that. Okay, so we need to create a 4-digit number, and there are only 3 digits. The condition is that both digit 2 and 3 should appear at least once. Okay, so it's very easy. The first thought that will come to our mind is simply, we can do it this way. We need to create a 4-digit number. So I need to use digit 2 and 3 both, at least one of, at least once. So the first case can be where I'm using 3 2s and only 1 1. I'm sure you can easily make out this. If you want, you can skip this part, but please understand the shortcut that I'm showing after this explanation. Okay, so the number of ways will be, of course, 4 factorial divided by 3 factorial. Why 3 factorial? Because there are 3 identical digits, so this will come out to be 4. Similarly, it can be 2 2s and 2 3s, so this will be the second possible case, right? So number of ways will be once again 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial, so this will come out to be 6. The third case will be 3 2 just 1 2 and 3 3s. So can I say it will be similar to this one? So number of ways will be 4. Okay, then the fourth case will be, see, we need to use at least 1 2 and at least 1 3. So I have started with the different possibility of creating numbers just by using 2 and 3. So these are 3 possibilities, right? Now I'll have to use at least 1 1. So I can use 1 1, then 2 2s and 1 3. So number of ways will be 4 factorial divided by, there are 2 identical digits, so divide by 2 factorial, so this will come out to be 12. Similarly, I can use 1 1 and 1 2 and 2 3s, so it will be once again same 12. Or I can use 2 1s, 1 2 and 1 3, so again it will be the same 12 ways. If you just add them, it will come out to be 50 ways. But then I had to make different cases to get that. Of course, it's not that complicated, but there is a shortcut to solve this question. So let's see what is the other way of solving this question. So guys, instead of doing all this, can't I think it this way, that the total number of 4-digit numbers that I can make using these digits 1 2 and 3 is nothing but 3 raised to 4. Why 3 raised to 4? Because each position can be filled in 3 ways. So 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So answer, in that case, total number of ways will come out to be 81. Now what we need to do is we need to just subtract the number of ways in which we are not using at least 1 2 and at least 1 3, right? We are not using 2 and 3. We need to subtract all those 4-digit numbers. So can I say the first number will definitely be all ones, so there will be just one such number that we can create. all ones. Okay, so 1 1 1 1, so this is one number that we need to subtract. Okay, then the other numbers will be where we are using one of the two or three but not both. So can I say we are using say three ones? Or now instead of making different cases, can I think it this way, that by using only 1 and 2 I can create 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 16 numbers, isn't that? Because each position can be filled by just this two digits. So should I subtract the 16 out of this? The answer is no, because in this one number will be the one where we are using all the, where we are keeping all the ones that we have already counted. So here the number of ways that will come out will be 16 minus 1, that is 15. So out of this 81 we have first subtracted this one, then we need to subtract this 15. Similarly, I can create 15 more such numbers by using only threes, by using only 1 and 3. So it can also be done in the same way, 16 minus 1, that is 15 ways. So your answer will be actually 50. So I really hope you have understood this. This can be done in just 3 steps, while here you had to actually write about 6-7 steps, right? So it's completely up to you. If you understand the second part, you can go ahead with that method, but don't forget to subtract this one, otherwise you will go wrong, right? So this was first question. Now let's look at few more question. I thought to explain both the methods because it was the first question, so I wanted you to be very clear, so that's why we have discussed both the method. Now let's take this CAT 2017 question, which is slightly different but very easy question. This question is very easy and it can be solved actually in 30 seconds. Okay, so let's see how to solve this question. Let A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and J, K be 5 diameters of a circle with center O. In how many ways can 3 points be chosen? Out of this, how many points is our total? 11 points. Okay, including the center, that is O, we have 11 points to form a triangle. Isn't that very simple? I mean, we can make 11 C3 triangles, but there is a problem. What is the problem? Let's look at the figure. So guys, this is the figure. Okay, so I can select any 3 points and I can make a triangle. For example, I can select C, E and G, and the triangle so formed will be like this one. Okay, similarly I can select A, O and C. The triangle will be something like this. Isn't that right? So guys, total can we say 11 C3 triangles can be made? Isn't this very simple, everyone? But here we need to subtract certain numbers. Okay, first of all, what is 11 C3? So 11 into 10 into 9 divide by 3 factorial. So you know 3 factorial is 6. This is 15, 6 are 90. So this will come out to be what? 165, right? But out of this, when I select these 3 points which are in straight line, suppose if I select COD or I select EOF and so on and so forth. So there can be 5 ways in which I can select 3 points which are in straight line. So that will not form a triangle. So we just need to subtract those 5 points and answer will come out to be 160. Isn't that very simple question? Once you visualize, I mean, you can directly solve it. If not 30 seconds, maybe 50, 60 seconds, right? Okay, chalo. Let's take one more question. By the way, I forgot to mention, in case if you haven't hit the like button, please do it quickly before the video ends. Okay, so don't forget to like the video and do share it with all your friends, and do mention in the comment section whether you found this particular video useful and could you revise your concepts or not. Okay, so let's look at this one more question. Now this is a slightly tricky question. In a tournament there are 43 junior level and 51 senior level participants. So we have two types of participant. Junior level total 43 participants, senior level we have 51 participants. Each pair of junior play one match and each pair of senior play one match. Okay, so of course number of matches in junior will be 43C2. Okay, similarly number of matches in senior will be 51C2. Okay, so this is what they are saying basically. Right, now further they are saying there is no junior versus senior match. Okay, so there is no match between junior and senior, right? The number of girls versus girls matches in junior level is 153. Okay, now guys, there are boys and there are girls. Similarly in senior also there must be boys and girls, and this is what we need to figure out in this question. So we are told the number of matches between girls is 153, right? Now suppose there are X girls. So what it says is xc2 is 153. So what is the value of x? Now there is a shortcut to quickly find out this. Guys, just multiply this 2 with 153. So 153 into 2 will come out to be 306. Isn't that? Find out the perfect square number nearest to 306 but greater than that. So can I say it is 324? What is the square root of this number 324? It's 18. This is the value of x. We are done. So we got number of girls over here as 18. So can I say number of boys should be 25? Isn't that right? So the number of girls versus girls in junior level is 153. So if I take 18 girls, then 18C2 will be definitely 153. This is what they are saying. Okay, right. Similarly, why number of boy versus boy match in a senior level is 276. So here suppose there are Y boys. So what they are saying is YC2 is 276. So let's quickly multiply this 2 over here. So 276 2s are, it will be what, 552. Isn't that? And which is a perfect square number close to that? Can I say 576? Square root of that is 24. So there should be 24 boys over here. There are total 51 senior level players. So if there are 24 boys, then there should be 27 girls. This is what it says, right? So now what is our question? Our question is the number of matches a boy plays against a girl. So can I say in the junior level, this 25 boys will play with this 18 girls, one match each. So it will be 25 into 18, which is 450. Similarly, in senior level, this 24 boys will play match with 27 girls. So this will come out to be 648. So this total will come out to be what? 1098. So that will be total 1098 matches. That is our answer. So I really hope you have understood this, and don't forget this particular shortcut, how to quickly find out the value of x if you know xc2 is something, right? Use this approach, you'll require. Okay, sure. Let's take one more question. Once again, it is based on combination, and this is actually a very tricky question. Okay, less than 5% students would be solving this question. If you want, you can pause the video over here and give a try, because the problem with this question is the wording. Okay, a play school contains 4 boys and 5 girls. On every Wednesday during winter, 5 students, of which at least 3 are boys, go to zoology garden. A different group being sent every week. Okay, so I am trying to make as many different combinations as possible. At the zoology garden, each boy in the group is given a ball. If the total number of balls distributed is 368, then the value of y, right? Now it's very simple for you to find out if 5 students are going to the garden. So, out of 4 boys, there can be 3 boys, right? Okay, at least 3 boys. Yes, they have mentioned that there should be at least 3 boys. So I can select 3 boys out of 4 boys, and I can select 2 girls out of y girls, or I can select 4 boys out of 4 boys, and I can select yeah, just a moment. Yeah, so I can select 1 girl out of this y girls, right? So but then there is something about ball distribution. Okay, 368 balls are given in total. So guys, how will I give the ball? So can I say in this group, first of all, this gives me number of groups. This is number of groups, right? And in each group there are 3 boys. So can I say each group will get 3 balls, because each boy is given a ball and there are 3 boys in each of these possible groups. So each boy will get a ball. So 3 balls are given to each group, right? And you can think it this way, every time the same boy may be getting the ball, right? So this is fairly possible. Similarly, there are 4 boys over here, and these are the number of groups. So in each group, 4 boys will get 4 balls. So total number of balls given will be multiplied by 4, and this value is given is 368. Right? So now we need to solve this one, and solving this is also not that easy. So let's see how to solve this question. And once again, there is a trick over here to solve. And guys, when you implement such small points, if you observe such small thing that I'm going to tell you now, you can actually quickly solve the question without much hassle. Right? So let's understand. So guys, what will be 4C3? It's 4, 4 3s are 12. So can I say this first part will be 12 into YC2, 12 into YC2 plus the second part will be 4 into YC1, which is equal to 368. So what we can do is we can divide this equation by 4. It's very easy to make out. So let me just use a different color. So I'm dividing it by 4. So I'll get 3 into yc2 plus yc1 is equal to 368. Right? This is our equation. Now what is our question? We need to find out value of y, and our option gives us value of y. Okay. Now can I say, if I take, say for example, if I take value of y as 6, so yc1, 6c1 is going to be 6, and when I subtract this 6 from 368, sorry guys, this will be what? 368 divided by 4 is 92. 92 4s are 368. So when I subtract 6 from 92, can I say I'll get 86. So 3 into yc2 is 86. Of course 86 is not divisible by 3, so this option is not possible. Similarly this option is not possible, so we are left with only two values of y, 5 and 8. And it's very easy for you to make out if I take y value as 5, so 5c2 is 10, 10 3s are 30 plus 5 35. That's very small number, so it has to be 8. If you take y as 8, so you will get 3 into 8c2 plus 8c1. Just check what is this value. Is it coming out to be 92? Of course it has to be. Isn't that, guys? So this is how you should have solved the questions, right? Okay, chalo. So let's go ahead with one more question, and now this is from CAT 2017. The variety is distribution. This is an easy question of distribution, guys. Why have I taken this easy question? So that you can understand the concept, and then we'll take a slightly complicated question based on distribution. Right, so the question goes like this. In how many ways can 8 identical pens be distributed among Amal, Bimal and Kamal? Okay, so that these are the three children A, B and K. So that Amal gets at least 1 pen, Bimal get at least 2 pens and Kamal get at least 3 pens. We have total 8 pens. So can I say, what I'll do is, I'll just give 1 pen to Amal, I'll get 2 pens to Bimal, and I'll give 3 pens to Kamal. So my 6 pens are gone. Now I'm left with 2 pens. Okay, and I'll try to distribute these 2 pens among these 3 children. So even if you do it this way, say 2 0 0, or you do it 1 1 0 and so on and so forth, ultimately Amal will get at least 1 pen, Bimal will get at least 2 pens, Kamal will get at least 3 pens, because we have already given them those pens, right? So what are the number of ways of distributing 2 identical objects among 3 children? Of course it will be 2 plus 3 minus 1, C 3 minus 1. So guys, this will come out to be what? 4C2, which is nothing but 6. That's your answer. 6 is the answer. Very simple question, isn't that? Chalo, let's take one more question based on distribution. Now this question is slightly tricky. The number of ways of distributing 15 identical balloons, 6 identical pencil and 3 identical erasers among 3 children. Okay, so I am showing some children over here just to add some spice. Okay, some fun rather. There's nothing like spicy over here. It's fun. Okay, so we need to distribute 15 identical balloons such that each child get at least 4 balloons. तो हमें पहले ही 4 बलून तो दे ही देने पड़ेंगे सबको, 4 बलून दे देते हैं, एंड 1 पेंसिल. तो आउट ऑफ 6 पेंसिल हमें सबको पहले तो एक एक पेंसिल दे ही देना पड़ेगा. ओके, तो अब हमारे पास बलून कितने बचे? हमारे पास बचे 3 बलून, हमारे पास बचे 3 पेंसिल, हमारे पास बचे 3 इरेजर. अब यहाँ पे 3 बलून को मैं 3 चिल्ड्रन में कितने वेज में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकता हूँ? कैन आई से दिस आर आइडेंटिकल बलून्स. तो 3 identical objects can be distributed in 3 groups in 3 plus 3 minus 1 C 3 minus 1. तो ये क्या आ जाएगा? 10 ways आ जाएगा. तो अगर इसका 10 ways है, बलून के लिए 10 ways है, तो इसके लिए भी 10 होगा, इसके लिए भी 10 होगा. तो आपका आंसर क्या होगा? 10 into 10 into 10, that is 1000. So answer for this question is 1000. So भले ही मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है complex distribution, it's because there are 3 different situation, but concept तो actually simple ही था. CAT 2021 slot 2 का questions था. ठीक है, आप यू कैन एक्चुअली प्रे, आई एम श्योर मेनी ऑफ यू वुड बी एक्चुअली प्रेइंग कि यार ये क्वेश्चन आ जाए. बस जब भी मैंने किसी को सॉल्व सिंपल क्वेश्चन कराया है या समझने के बाद वो क्वेश्चन सिंपल हो गया, स्टूडेंट्स के दिमाग में एक थॉट आता ही आता है कि ये सवाल एग्जाम में आ जाए भगवान, है ना? सच्ची बताओ, मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में बताओ, ऐसा आपके दिमाग में आता है कि नहीं? राइट, क्या मैं सही मैंने पकड़ा है? ओके दोस्तों, चलो अभी एक क्वेश्चन लेते हैं जो थोड़ा सिलेक्शन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बेस्ड आप कह सकते हो. काफी क्वेश्चन ऐसे होते हैं, जैसे काउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल का भी कोई क्वेश्चन होगा, उसमें थोड़ा सा परम्यूटेशन यूज करना होगा, या फिर कोई परम्यूटेशन का क्वेश्चन होगा, उसमें थोड़ा पहले कॉम्बिनेशन भी यूज करना हो सकता है. सो देयर कैन ऑलवेज बी अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स दैट आर बीइंग अप्लाइड इन अ सिंगल क्वेश्चन, राइट. सो यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है, इन अ लोकेलिटी देयर आर 10 हाउसेस इन अ रो. On a particular night, a thief planned to steal from 3 houses of the locality. In how many ways can he plan such that no two of them are next to each other? Okay, no two of them are next to each other. Now guys, ये क्वेश्चन करने के लिए हमें एक कॉन्सेप्ट हमें रिकलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, जो आपने शायद लर्न किया होगा अगर आपने मेरे वीडियोस देखे, तो ये तो मैंने समझाया हुआ है कि इन हाउ मेनी वेज कैन वी अरेंज 5 बॉयज एंड 3 गर्ल्स सच दैट नो टू गर्ल्स आर टुगेदर. तो जब भी ऐसे क्वेश्चन आते थे हम क्या करते थे, पहले बॉयज को अरेंज कर देते थे. तो 5 बॉयज 5 जगह पे 5 फैक्टोरियल वेज में अरेंज हो जाएंगे, बिकॉज बॉयज आर डिफरेंट, सो वो 5 फैक्टोरियल वेज में हो गया. अब ये बॉयज के आजू बाजू में जो 6 पोजीशन बन गए, जिसको मैं वर्टिकल ब्लू लाइन से इंडिकेट कर रहा हूं, ये जो 6 पोजीशन मैंने इंडिकेट किए हैं ब्लू लाइन से, उसमें से कोई भी 3 पोजीशन पे आप गर्ल को बिठा दो, कोई भी 2 गर्ल पास एडजेसेंट नहीं आएगी. इजंट दैट, जैसे मैंने यहां बिठाया और यहां बिठाया, there will always be at least one boy between any two girls. So हमारा आंसर क्या हो गया, 5 फैक्टोरियल into 6p3. So ये वाला जो क्वेश्चन है अभी हाउस एंड रॉबरी वाला, उसमें हम यही कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करेंगे, ठीक है. तो गाइज यहाँ पे हम कैसे करेंगे, तो सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको हाउसेस दिखा देता हूँ. तो टोटल 10 हाउस है, तो मैं क्या करता हूँ, 3 हाउस में रॉबरी होने वाली है. तो ये जो ब्लू कलर के वो हाउस है ना, वो लूटे हुए हाउस है जिसमें रॉबरी होने वाली है या हो चुकी है, जो भी है, राइट. और ये बाकी के 7 हाउस है, उसको मैंने रख दिया. नाउ प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, बॉयज में बॉयज अलग अलग होते हैं, जबकि हाउस सेम है. तो आपको 7 पोजीशन पे 7 हाउस को 7 फैक्टोरियल वेज पे अरेंज नहीं करना है, दे विल बी जस्ट वन वे, क्योंकि हाउसेस आइडेंटिकल है, राइट. तो ये एक चीज का ध्यान रखना. तो अब मेरे पास ये 7 हाउसेस है. अब मुझे कैन से उसके आसपास में ये जो 8 जगह बन रही है, जिसको मैंने वर्टिकल ब्लू लाइन से इंडिकेट किया है, ये 8 जगह पे आप 3 हाउस को 8c3 वेज में अरेंज कर सकते हो कि नहीं दोस्तों. 8c3 क्यों 8c3 8p3 नहीं, क्योंकि वंस अगेन हाउसेस आर आइडेंटिकल. सो व्हाट इज 8c3, 8 into 7 into 6 डिवाइड बाई 3 फैक्टोरियल, 6 एंड 3 फैक्टोरियल कैंसिल होगा, तो आंसर क्या आएगा, 56. अगर आप अच्छा परसेंटाइल टारगेट कर रहे हो तो 8c3 लिख लिख के मत करना यार, थोड़ा सा अपने माइंड को जोर दो, आप कर सकते हो, विजुलाइज करो कि 8c3 मतलब 8 को 3 स्टेप पीछे तक लिखना है, 8 into 7 into 6 डिवाइड बाई 3 फैक्टोरियल करना है, तो 6 3 फैक्टोरियल के साथ में कैंसिल हो जाता है, राइट. तो आप इस तरीके से ये कर सकते हो. इनफैक्ट परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन के अंदर मैं एक चीज और कहूंगा कि आप है ना, ये फैक्टोरियल्स के वैल्यू अच्छे से याद कर लेना, राइट. चलो एक और क्वेश्चन लेते हैं, और ये है ग्रिड फॉर्मेशन का, और ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है. विथ अ रेक्टेंगुलर एक्सिस कोऑर्डिनेट्स, मतलब नॉर्मल कार्टेशियन सिस्टम की बात कर रहे हैं, ये सब फनी फनी चीजें यूज करते हैं, रेक्टेंगुलर एक्सिस कोऑर्डिनेट्स. अरे भाई कार्टेशियन सिस्टम बोलो ना, एक्स वाई एक्सिस जिसमें होते हैं, बट नहीं, ये ऐसे करेंगे, ठीक है. तो गाइस कार्टेशियन सिस्टम को हम रेक्टेंगुलर एक्सिस कोऑर्डिनेट्स भी कहते हैं. द नंबर ऑफ पाथ्स from 1 1 to 8 10 via 4 6 where each step from any point is either to x or y plus 1 or x plus 1 and y. अब इसका मतलब क्या है गाइस, इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आप x से y plus 1 जा सकते हो, या फिर आप इस तरफ जा सकते हो, मतलब आप या तो नॉर्थवर्ड जाओगे या तो ईस्टवर्ड जाओगे. तो अल्टीमेटली ये क्या कह रहे हैं कि भाई शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ ही लेना है. आप ऐसे नहीं जा सकते कि यहां से शुरू किया, यहां गए वापस आए, और ऐसे आते ही गए, ऐसे इसमें इनफाइनाइट वेज हो जाएंगे. तो ये जो पार्ट है ना, ये सिर्फ इतना कह रहा है कि आप नॉर्थवर्ड जा सकते हो या फिर ईस्टवर्ड जा सकते हो, ठीक है. तो मतलब आपको शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ लेना है. जैसा मैंने आपको ग्रिड में भी दिखाया था, ए से बी जाना है तो आप कैसे जाओगे, या तो ऐसे जाओ, फिर ऐसे जाओ, ऐसे पहुंच जाओ, या फिर आप ऐसे जाओ, फिर ऐसे जाओ, कुछ भी करो, बट अल्टीमेटली आपको नॉर्थवर्ड या ईस्टवर्ड जाना है. आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि थोड़ा ऐसे गए, वापस आए, बस आते ही रहे, ठीक है, टाइम पास नहीं करना है. चलो, तो गाइस इसको है ना मैं कार्टेशियन सिस्टम से ही दिखा देता हूं. तो ये रहा कार्टेशियन सिस्टम आपकी स्क्रीन पे. अब यहां पे ये आपका 0 0 है, मुझे क्या कहा है 1 1. तो गाइस ये पॉइंट जो है वो होगा 1 1, वहां से मुझे जाना है 8 10. तो अगर आप देखोगे, थोड़ा चेक कर लेना, मैंने तो पहले ही कैलकुलेशन कर लिया है डिजाइन बनाते समय, ये पॉइंट आएगा 8 10. तो उसमें वाया 4 6 से जाना है. अब 4 6 कौन सा आएगा, 2 3 4 एंड 2 3 4 5 6, ये पॉइंट आ जाएगा, ठीक है. सो दिस पॉइंट इज 4 6। तो मुझे यहां होके जाना है, तो कैन आई से सपोज ये पॉइंट हम ए ले लेते हैं, दिस पॉइंट इज ए, दिस पॉइंट इज बी, दिस पॉइंट इज सी। सो वी नीड टू गो फर्स्ट फ्रॉम ए टू बी, ठीक है। और मैं सिर्फ ये ग्रिड फॉर्मेशन में ही जा सकता हूं, मैं ऐसे डायगनली नहीं जा सकता। दिस इज व्हाट दिस पॉइंट सेज बाय द वे, अनदर वे ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट। तो मैं क्या करूंगा, यहां पे एक ग्रिड बना देता हूं। तो ये मेरा ग्रिड कितने का बना, कहने से ये मेरा ग्रिड बन गया 3/5 का। सो गाइस कितने वेज में मैं ए से बी जा सकता हूं, सो नंबर ऑफ वेज विल बी, क्योंकि ये 3/5 का ग्रिड है तो नंबर ऑफ वेज विल बी 8C3। सिमिलरली मुझे बी से सी जाना है, तो यहां पे मैं ग्रिड बना देता हूं। तो ये कितने बाई कितने का ग्रिड है, तो ये आपका बन जाएगा 4/4 का ग्रिड। सो नंबर ऑफ वेज यहां पे कितने हो जाएंगे, 8C4। सो व्हाट विल बी द टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज, तो आपको ए से बी भी जाना है एंड बी से सी जाना है। सो आप क्या करोगे, 8C3 को 8C4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दोगे। तो गाइज ये कितना आ जाएगा, 8C3 तो बड़ा आसान है 56, 8C4 कितना आ जाएगा 70। तो ये वैल्यू आपका कितना आ जाएगा, राइट, ये वैल्यू अगर आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो ये आ जाएगा 3920। कैलकुलेशन में थोड़ा सा टाइम सेव कर लेते हैं, राइट। तो आप चेक कर लेना इसको, 3920 ये आ जाएगा, ठीक है। yes, okay, so I really hope you have understood this question as well, right? Now let's take up some question from probability, ठीक है। probability का पहला question, a dice is rolled twice, what is the probability that the number in the second roll will be greater than that in the first roll? अब एक तरीका है कि आप नॉर्मल सारा चेक करो और देखो कहाँ पे ज्यादा हो रहा है, कैसे कम हो रहा है। दूसरा तरीका है थोड़ा स्मार्ट तरीके से सोचते हैं, जब मैं दो डाइस को रोल करता हूं या एक ही डाइस को दो बार रोल करता हूं, टोटल आउटकम्स विल बी 36, यस और नो। और ये 36 में से 6 आउटकम्स कौन से हो गए जिसमें दोनों इक्वल है, 1 1 2 2, ये सारे अप टू 6 6। तो मैं ये 6 आउटकम हटा देता हूं, तो बचे कितने, 30 आउटकम्स बचे। गाइज ये जो 30 आउटकम्स है उसमें से एग्जैक्टली हाफ आउटकम ऐसे हो गए जिसमें फर्स्ट रोल की वैल्यू सेकंड रोल से बड़ी होगी, और बाकी के हाफ आउटकम्स ऐसे हो गए जिसमें फर्स्ट रोल की वैल्यू सेकंड रोल से छोटी होगी। डन। तो हमें ये लेना है आउट ऑफ 36, सो माय आंसर इज 15/36, सीधा सीधा दिया हुआ है। डन। ये क्वेश्चन मैंने इसलिए रखा, ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज अ कैट PYQ, बट आपका कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करवाना था, एंड आई जस्ट वांटेड टू टेल यू कि आप अलग तरीके से सोच सकते हो, जहां पे भी जितना इजी तरीके से कर सकते हो, डोंट गो गेट इनटू कॉम्प्लिकेटेड कैलकुलेशंस, ठीक है। चलो एक और क्वेश्चन लेते हैं, मेरे हिसाब से ये भी एक इजी क्वेश्चन है, क्योंकि अगर आप हिस्टोरिकली देखोगे ना तो प्रोबेबिलिटी के कोई टफ क्वेश्चन आते ही नहीं है, बहुत सिंपल से क्वेश्चन आते हैं। जैसे इसके बाद वाला भी मैं आपको क्वेश्चन दिखाऊंगा, आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है बट है नहीं, सिर्फ उसका रिप्रेजेंटेशन थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वो रखते हैं। ओके, सो इन द MBA प्रोग्राम ऑफ अ B स्कूल देयर आर 2 सेक्शंस A and B, तो 2 सेक्शंस है, and 1/4 of the student in section A and 4/9 of the student in section B are girls. So there are boys and there are girls. Okay, so 1/4 of the students in section A are girls. तो कहने से remaining 3/4 are boys, है ना। And similarly 4/9 of the students in section B are girls, so remaining 5/9 are boys. Now what is our question? If 2 students are chosen at random, one each from section A and B as class representative, the probability that exactly one of the student chosen is a girl. Very simple question, but I've seen students still getting confused in this, right? So guys, in case if you are getting confused, you can actually do it by numbers, but numbers will be actually very complicated. So let's understand how to do this question. So can I say there are going to be 2 possibilities, a girl from section A and a boy from section B, or a boy from section A and girl from section B, the subscript indicates the gender. Okay, so A, B are divisions and the subscript, that is G and B, what I have written, indicates girls and boys. So guys, what is the probability of getting a girl from section A? It's of course 1/4. And means multiplication, the counting principle. Okay, and means multiplication. What is the probability of getting boy from section B? It is 5/9. So just write down 5/9. Or means addition. A boy from section A, that is 3/4, and a girl from section B, that is 4/9. So in such question, don't try to cancel off the factors, guys. what you can do is, you know the denominator for both is 36, so just write down 36, and then 1 plus 1 into 5 plus 3 into 4, that is 12. 5 plus 12 is 17. So this is your answer, 17 by 36. I really hope you have understood this. Okay, and don't forget to like the video, and please mention in the comment section how did you find this video, right? If you're listening to this message, that means you have seen the video till the end. Okay, that's good. Right, chalo, this is another question of probability. 6 playing cards are laying face down on a table. 2 of them are king. Okay, so guys, 6 cards are something like this, like there are 2 kings, say there are 2 queens, and there are 2 jack. Okay, so these are the 6 cards. 2 cards are drawn at random. Let A denote the probability that at least one of the card drawn is a king, and B denote the probability of not drawing a king. The ratio A by B, and the values are given as greater than 0.25, less than 0.5, greater than 0.5, less than 0.75, and so on and so forth. There is only one value which is greater than 1. Definitely it has to be the answer, because I can make out के दो कम से कम एक किंग का कार्ड आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी जो है ना, वो किंग का कार्ड ना आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी से ज्यादा होगी. अगर आप ऐसे फिगर आउट कर लेते हो, सीधा आंसर टिक करो, 30 सेकंड में हो गया. बट अगर ऐसे नहीं हुआ तो क्या करेंगे? चलो सॉल्व करते हैं इसको. सो गाइस, पहले तो ये देखते हैं कि A का वैल्यू क्या आएगा. तो A मींस एटलीस्ट एक किंग आना है. तो अब क्या हो सकता है? कैन आई से मेरा एक किंग आया और एक मेरा अदर कार्ड आया. सो एक किंग 2 में से कोई भी आ सकता है, एंड अदर कार्ड आपका 4 में से कोई भी आ सकता है. सो कैन आई से देयर आर 8 वेज. सिमिलरली ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मेरे दोनों किंग आ गए. सो 2 किंग आने के कितना वेज होगा? कैन आई से देयर इज ओनली वन वे टू पिक 2 किंग्स. यही उठा लो, देयर इज ओनली वन वे, राइट? सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ वेज ऑफ पिकिंग at least one king card is 8 plus 1, 9 ways. So what is the probability of getting at least one king card? तो can I say 6 में से आप 2 कार्ड 6 2 ways में ले सकते हो. So total number of ways of picking 2 cards is 15 ways. उसमें से एटलीस्ट एक किंग कार्ड आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी कितनी होगी? 8 plus 1, 9. सो A का वैल्यू कितना आ गया? 9 by 15. क्या ये समझ में आया? अगर A का वैल्यू 9 by 15 है, तो कैन आई से B इज अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट ऑफ A. B इज अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट इवेंट ऑफ ए, कि या तो आपका एटलीस्ट एक किंग आएगा या तो कोई किंग नहीं आएगा. सो अगर ये 9 by 15 है, तो ये कितना होना चाहिए? 6 by 15. सो व्हाट इज दिस रेशियो? 9 by 6, विच इज नथिंग बट 1.5, विच इज ग्रेटर देन 1.25. सो आप ऑप्शन डी टिक करोगे. बट अगर थोड़े कैलकुलेशन अच्छे हैं तो आप पहले से ही पता कर सकते हो कि भाई इसके वेज थोड़े ज्यादा आएंगे, तो जो A by B रेशियो है वो आपका ग्रेटर देन 1 आएगा, राइट? So I really hope you all have understood this, guys. This is what we had to understand as far as permutation, combination and probability is concerned. There are so many questions. Of course, you must have done your preparation. This video actually helps you in revising the concepts and to understand the nuances thoroughly, right? That was the objective of this video. So I really hope कि इस बार CAT में कुछ question permutation, combination, probability के आ जाए, और ये जो मैंने क्वेश्चन कराए हैं उसके आसपास ही कुछ क्वेश्चन आएंगे. तो अगर आप इतने 11-12 क्वेश्चन भी अच्छे से कर लेते हो, और बाकी अगर कोई थोड़ा सा अलग क्वेश्चन आता है उसमें ऐसा ही कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट अप्लाई करना है, जो 6 वैरायटी हमने देखी इंक्लूडिंग प्रोबेबिलिटी, 7 वैरायटी हो जाएगी. तो आप उसको अप्लाई कर देते हो तो मेरे हिसाब से आपका क्वेश्चन सॉल्व हो जाएगा. ठीक है, बाकी गाइस प्लस एंड आइकनिक बैचेस शुरू होते रहते हैं. सो व्हेन यू गो फॉर प्लस, डोंट फॉरगेट टू अप्लाई कोड SHAR10. एंड एक और चीज जरूर से कर लेना कि आपने मेरा टेलीग्राम ग्रुप ज्वाइन किया हुआ है. अगर नहीं किया है तो ये QR कोड को स्कैन करो. टेलीग्राम ID भी मैंने यहाँ पे दिया है, उससे भी सर्च कर सकते हो और आप मेरे साथ कनेक्टेड रह सकते हो. सो उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सबको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा होगा. वंस अगेन मुझे बताना कैसा लगा. और ये इस सीरीज का आखिरी वीडियो था. तो अभी जितने भी मेरे वीडियोस है उसका मैंने पूरा एक प्लेलिस्ट बनाया है क्वांट इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स के वीडियोस का. इसके डिस्क्रिप्शन में मैं उसको भी रख दूंगा, तो आप सीधा डिस्क्रिप्शन देख लेना अगर आपको बाकी के टॉपिक की वीडियो देखने हैं, जैसे अलजेब्रा हो गया या अरिथमेटिक हो गया एंड सो फोर्थ. तो उससे आप डेफिनेटली अपना रिवीजन अच्छे से कर सकते हो. तो कीप लर्निंग गाइस, स्टे ट्यून फॉर मोर अपडेट्स फ्रॉम मी. टिल देन, बाय बाय.